Welcome to Personal Development Mastery Podcast, and this is another snippet of wisdom, where I select my favorite, most insightful moments from previous episodes. Let's dive right in.
I work with a lot of very successful people, and with that success usually comes high stress. Now, one of the first things I teach my clients, and it's not like actionable steps or it's not a specific like strategy, it's just having the ability to actually recognize that you're stressed. So if you are in a perpetual state of being stressed, it's all you know. Okay. And if you are running if you're running big businesses, or you're just trying to fend for your family and you're just stressed all the time, is that you always have that constant state of stress. But you do need to recognize when you have moments that maybe you're more stressed, and you need to be able to recognize, like, okay, I'm stressed a bit more than normal. It's like, why is that? And then you can give yourself a little bit of almost like breathing room, or I'm not going to say not an excuse, sorry, but like a reason for why you're feeling that way. And it's like, maybe I had a big project I had to get done, and that's why my stress was higher. It's like, why was I a bit more annoyed with my spouse, or my patience was less for my kids? And it's because you had higher stress. So that's one of the first things I just try to make people aware of, is having the ability to actually recognize when you're stressed is super important. Because then once you recognize it and you're aware, then you can do something about it. Whereas if you just go around with your head in the clouds almost, and you just think that's how I feel all the time, that's just who I am, then you won't do anything about it. So you have to be aware, so then you can do something. And then when it comes to just kind of managing stress, it's obviously all dependent on the individual, but there's a load of different practices or kind of strategies. The number one stress management tool I advise to all clients is sleep. And it's as simple as that. And because you probably knew that was coming, and people that are listening probably knew that as well. And I'll keep saying it till the cows come home. It's just, that's how important it is. And most of the stuff I talk about is very simple, and it's what most coaches talk about as well. It's very simple things, just that we repeat them a lot because they're the things that work. So things like, if you want to lose weight, eat in a calorie deficit. If you want to gain muscle, eat enough protein and lift weights. If you want to manage your stress better, get enough sleep. It's just one of the tools, because the flip side of that is then if you don't sleep enough, you end up becoming more stressed. And if you're stressed, you actually can find it quite hard to get to sleep. So it's a bit of a vicious cycle. But sleep in itself, just like exercising, just like managing your stress, and maybe just like having the skills of proper nutrition and that sort of stuff, sleep is a skill. If you have to be good at sleeping. Some people are great sleepers. We've all heard that as like, oh, they're a great sleeper. They can fall asleep in 1 minute. And as babies, we can sleep all the time. As we get older, a lot of us lose that skill. And it's because we're busy doing stuff. It's like we spend our teens up playing Xbox till what God knows time in the night. And then when we're hit our teens and early 20s, we go out drinking and partying and that sort of stuff. I'm just generally speaking. So sleep becomes less and less of a priority. So it's very easy for people to slip out of that skill. But it's much easier to have that skill if it's a priority. So that's the issue. A lot of people, especially in this space we're talking about, is they don't place that value on sleep. And if you don't place the value on something, you don't prioritize it. So it's the same way as weight training. If you are weight training, or if you have value on weight training, you'll do it because you're doing it because you want to be as strong as possible. You want to be able to run when you're 80, whatever it is. You prioritize that, you value it. Sleep is the exact same. If you can get your 7 to 8 hours sleep, that will have a massive impact on your stress levels, because you're going to wake up, your mind will be clearer, you'll have more energy. So what does that do? It means you can attack your big tasks with much greater vigor, and you're energized, you're more productive, your cognitive function is better. And that just all starts from sleep. So I always say sleep is like the foundation upon which everything else is built on. And if you don't have that foundation, Everything else is just a little bit shaky, and it's as simple as that. It's the bread and butter of your health.
If you enjoy listening and appreciate what we're doing here, the quick, simple favor I'm asking of you is to click the subscribe button. Until next time, stand out, don't fit in,